This week in Pokemon Go, we are going to be getting a bunch of new costume Pikachus with the Pokemon XP event, along with the World Championships. And there's a lot of other great content that's in store for us during this week, and I'm going to be going over all of it in today's video. Hey, what's happening everyone? Count Jinsula here with a brand new Pokemon Go video. I hope your day is going really well, and let's get right into it. So, it is actually something that is kind of out of the ordinary. We're going to be getting another in-game event during this week, and I am actually really excited about it. It's very rare that they have two in-game events in a row, and I really do think this one's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be seeing the debut of some new costume Pikachus, one that is going to be themed around this year's World Championships, and this has been pretty common for the past couple of years. Mainly, whenever there is a World Championships, Niantic, or I should say Scopely now, they're going to release a new costume Pikachu. And this year's costume Pikachu is a really unique design. I'm actually a big fan of it, and we're also going to be getting another one. There's going to be two costume Pikachus with this year's World Championships. One that is going to be directly themed with the World Championships. It's actually got a crown as well as a robe. And then there's another one that's an astronaut theme, and it's going to be very similar to Cosmog. Personally, I think both of the designs are really cool, and I'm really excited about it. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the details for this World Championships event, and then afterwards let me talk about some of the weekly content you don't want to miss. Alright, so the way that this event is going to be broken down, it's going to be a two-parter, starting with the Pokemon XP event, which is going to start on Tuesday, August 25th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time, and it's going to go directly to Friday, August 28th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time. But afterwards, we're going to get part 2 of this event, which is going to be the actual Pokemon World Championship celebration, and that's going to be from Friday, August 28th at 10 o'clock a.m. until Sunday, August 30th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. Now, the featured Pokemon for these two events is going to be the ones you see on screen. It's going to be Pikachu wearing a Cosmog-themed spacesuit, and then there's going to be a Pikachu for the World Championships 2026. And among all of the World Championship Pikachus we've had in the past, I'm actually a big fan of this one. I think the design is actually really cool. It's kind of like a royal-themed Pikachu. It kind of has like a king theme to it. I really like it, and this is definitely one you're going to want to get. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to be getting the two costume Pikachus making their debut with this event, but the way you get them is going to be quite interesting. So they're going to be in 1-star raids. That has been kind of the case for these sort of Pikachus in the past, but I'm sure they're also going to be as part of field research task rewards. So there will be some free-to-play ways for you to get them. But for the Pikachu wearing a Cosmog-themed spacesuit, you're going to be able to get that throughout the week through the Pokemon XP event, and then on the weekend with the 2026 Pokemon World Championships event, you're going to get both the Pikachu wearing a Cosmog-themed spacesuit as well as the World Championships Pikachu. And then during the week, you're also going to have Impidimp, and on the weekend, you're going to get Honedge, but we don't necessarily care about those because it's going to be all about these costume Pikachus. Now, during these events, you're going to get the following wild encounters. In the Pokemon XP portion, you're going to see Routes, Numel, Spheal, Drifloon, Elgium, Sobble, Palmy, as well as Dino. But then during the Pokemon World Championships weekend, you're going to see Alolan Sandshrew, Mankey, Lickitung, Totodile, Wooper, Fungus, Froakie, Litten, and Togetic and Beldum. They're basically all of the most relevant PvP Pokemon currently in the game. So if you're someone who's looking to get some really good Pokemon for the next season, this is definitely going to be a solid event for you to pick some up. Now, also during this event, there is of course going to be a Go Pass, and the Go Pass is going to give you event-themed Pokemon, which I believe is probably going to be those costume Pikachus. So if you want to get some additional encounters for those costume Pikachus, then the Go Pass is probably the way you're going to do it. And there's also going to be some extra rewards if you purchase the Deluxe Edition, and these include a 2026 Worlds and Pokemon XP backpack. This is kind of like a very unique avatar item, and there's also going to be encounters with Zapdos, which I think is a very interesting choice. And then of course, additional encounters with event-themed Pokemon, so I'm assuming they're going to give you more of those costume Pikachu spawns. So it might actually be worth the money, and my guess is this is going to be one of the cheaper Go Passes, it's probably going to be $5 USD. And there's also going to be some bonuses that you will unlock with this Go Pass. If you unlock Tier 1, which is rank 10, you're going to get double the amount of Stardust whenever you catch Pokemon. And then at Tier 2, which is rank 20, you're going to get 3,000 experience from raids. And then you're also going to get up to 3 raid passes from spinning gym photo discs. That's with the Deluxe Edition. Overall, I think this is probably going to be worth it. I do think that when it comes to any kind of costume Pikachu or exclusive Pokemon, the Go Pass will typically have rewards where you can get them, and it's going to be additional ways for you to get more spawns. And there's probably going to be a special background with these Pikachus. They haven't actually listed it in this infographic, but it's just a guess. I do think there is a possibility that we could get these costume Pikachus with a special background. We'll just have to wait and see. I mean, almost exactly like the Professor Willow's birthday event, there's going to be a lot of value in getting one of these costume Pikachus with a shiny version of it with the special background. That's definitely going to be a very unique catch. So this Go Pass will probably be the way you do that. Otherwise, maybe there is no special background, but I still think the extra opportunities to pick up these costume Pikachus will definitely be worth it, and there's probably going to be some other notable surprises as well. Next up, let's get into the weekly content, starting with max battles. So during this week, we're going to get the Pokemon Hitmontop, and this is not necessarily a Dynamax Pokemon that's going to be worth it, so you can kind of skip out on it this week. Now, when it comes to 5-star raids, we're going to be getting 3 legendary Pokemon, and they're going to be the Reggie Trio. This includes Regirock, Regice, as well as Registeel. Out of these 3, it's always been considered that Registeel is the most useful, specifically because of PvP, but it has kind of fallen off over the years, so as of right now, it really doesn't matter which of these you go for. Your only reason for going for any of the Reggies is specifically for the Pokedex entry. If you already have them registered, then you can skip out on 5-star raids during this week. But coinciding with them in Mega Evolution raids, we're going to have Mega Swampert until this Tuesday, and then afterwards we're going to have Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados is a pretty decent Mega Evolution, but unfortunately it does get outshadowed by a whole bunch of other Pokemon, so it's basically another Pokedex entry. And then when it comes to Shadow Legendary raids, we are of course going to continue to have Shadow Giratina Altered Form. It is a pretty decent Shadow Legendary, so you should definitely go for that. And then for this week's Spotlight Hour, which is going to be happening on Thursday, August 27th from 6 o'clock p.m. to 7 o'clock p.m. local time, the featured Pokemon is going to be Mankey, and the bonus is going to be double the amount of candy whenever you catch Pokemon. And then finally, this leaves us with what's going to be active in the Go Battle League. So until this Tuesday, August 25th, we're going to continue to have the Great League along with the Scroll Cup Great League Edition. And then afterwards, we're going to have the Open Great League, Open Ultra League, as well as the Open Master League. We have just about 2 weeks left of this season, so if you want to maximize the end of season rewards, this is the time for you to do your PvP battles. Alright, there you go. This is everything that's going to be happening this week in Pokemon Go, and as I mentioned, it's going to be a week where we're going to be getting some new costume Pikachus, and if you're lucky enough to get the shiny versions of these Pikachus, that's going to be huge, because they're a really cool design, and getting the shiny version of them, maybe one with a special background, that's going to be a huge collector's item, and hopefully you'll be able to get that. It would be really cool. But yeah, let me know your thoughts regarding all the content down below. Is there something in particular that you are looking forward to? What is something during this week that you feel I should have talked about a lot more? Make sure you share what that is in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you enjoyed my content, the best way you could support my channel is hitting the like button for this video, hype up the video if you're watching on mobile, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And turn on that notification bell so you know exactly when I upload videos. Real quick, make sure you go and check out the links in the description below. One of them is my Patreon page, and if you join my Patreon, you're going to get a spot on my Pokemon Go friends list. So if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, the best way you can do that is by joining my Patreon. And there's a bunch of links to other stuff as well. Like for example, my social media pages. Make sure you go there and give me a follow. And that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, have yourself a great week, and I'll catch you in the next video.